The Market of Worlds. In the heart of the Galactic trading station, Spire Nexus, where smugglers brushed shoulders with diplomats and bounty hunters haggled with merchants, an auction was in full swing. The bustling crowd, composed of countless species with flashing eyes and shimmering scales, pressed closer to the central stage, where a petite alien girl stood. She was small, barely over 5 feet, with iridescent lavender skin that shimmered like pearls in the station's artificial light. Her eyes, large and silver, reflected the starlight captured in the vast dome overhead. A black collar glowed faintly around her neck, an artifact of servitude. She looked fragile, but the energy around her crackled with restrained power. The crowd murmured in fear and awe. No one dared bid, despite the starting price. The announcer's voice trembled. The last of her kind, the feared Aelyrians, wielders of cosmic energy. A weapon or a treasure? The audience shuffled uneasily. Rumors of her kind's destruction by their own uncontrollable power kept anyone from raising a hand. The galaxy feared Aelyrians, even broken ones. Except for one human. The bold bid. Calen Drake, an ex-soldier turned drifter, leaned against a rusted column. He had seen war, betrayal, and death, but the girl on the stage made his gut twist. Her defiance, despite the collar chaining her, reminded him of something he had lost long ago. Hope. "I'll take her," Calen said, his voice cutting through the crowd's murmur like a blade. All eyes turned to him. Laughter rippled through the crowd at first, until they saw his face. Weathered, scarred, and determined. The auctioneer hesitated, unsure whether to proceed. "Do you understand what you're doing?" a Grick, merchant hissed. "She could vaporize you with a thought if that column malfunctions." Calen shrugged. "I'll take my chances." The auctioneer slammed the gavel, sealing the purchase. Sold. Chains broken. In a dimly lit corner of the station, Calen led the girl away from the auction house. She walked silently beside him, her steps light but deliberate. When they were out of earshot, he stopped and turned. "What's your name?" She tilted her head, voice soft but resolute. "I am Kaela." "Do you want to be free, Kaela?" Calen asked, pulling out a small device from his coat. It was a pulse disruptor, an illegal tool designed to short-circuit energy collars. Her eyes widened in disbelief. "Why would you?" "Because no one deserves to be a slave." He pressed the device to the collar, and with a spark and a hiss, it fell to the ground, lifeless. Kaela staggered back, rubbing her neck, her eyes glistening with something unfamiliar gratitude. "You don't fear me?" Calen smirked. "I've seen worse than an Aelyrian girl. Besides, you don't seem the type to vaporize people without a good reason." Her lips quirked into a faint smile. "You're either brave or foolish, human." "Maybe both," he replied. "Come on, let's get off the station." The pursuit. Their escape was anything but smooth. Word spread quickly. The Aelyrian girl was free, and the galaxy's worst feared what she might do. Soon, bounty hunters flooded the corridors. Kaela and Calen sprinted through the labyrinthine halls, dodging blaster fire. "I thought you said you could pilot," she yelled as they reached the docking bay. "I can't," Calen shot back. "I just didn't expect half the galaxy to be after us." They dove into a rusted freighter, barely avoiding a blast that scorched the hull. Calen fired up the engines while Kaela raised a shimmering barrier of energy to block the entrance. Her control, though shaky, held. As they lifted off, Kaela collapsed into the co-pilot's seat, breathing hard. "I haven't used my powers in years." Calen glanced over. "Good thing you still know how." Allies in the void. Once they were safely in hyperspace, Kaela finally relaxed. "Why did you save me?" she asked, watching the swirling stars outside. Calen leaned back, his expression softening. "Because I know what it's like to lose everything. And I couldn't let them take you." She studied him for a long moment. "You're different from the others." "Yeah," he said with a grin. "I'm just a guy who couldn't let a galaxy bully a girl, no matter how powerful she might be." Kaela's smile was full this time, genuine and warm. "Thank you, Calen." "You're welcome," he said. "But if we're going to survive, we'll need each other. What do you say? Partners?" Her silver eyes glowed softly. "Partners